Okay, are we rolling? Let's go. I start another queue. There was a problem generating your discovery queue. What do you mean? Weird. Okay. Starting with Oxygen Not Included, the Prehistoric Planet Pack. Now, here's a game I would love to spend time with, and every time I get into it, I'm like, I just don't feel like building a 2D factory today. It's a shame because this game looks really good. It could be really satisfying. I don't know, every time I start it up, I feel like, eh. This content requires the base game Oxygen Not Included on Steam in order to play. Yeah, it's a factory-like. It teaches you programmatic skills, these games. They are edutainment at the end of the day. From Clay Entertainment, self-published, they want $10.49 for it, and there are now a bunch of bundles they give you. So there's this much content. Oh, it includes Don't Starve, the Best of Clay 2025 bundle. $50, that's not bad. The duplicants scramble to shoot down a massive impactor asteroid before it decimates their home base. In the Prehistoric Planet Pack, you'll dig deep into a new starting planet to uncover new biomes, dinosaur critters, and primordial plants, natural elements and resources, and anti-asteroid explosives for planetary defense. Wild new biomes. Take a foray into 360-degree farming, wrangle dinos, useful new elements, archaic aesthetics. Customize your colony with exclusive prehistoric-themed cosmetic skins. An incoming asteroid, head straight for the surface to build a blast line of defense against the imminent threat of an impactor asteroid. The sooner you've blasted it out of the sky, the sooner your duplicants can get back to peeing in the water reservoirs. Plus, you never know what you'll find in the asteroid debris. Alright, cool. Again, if I'd spent more time with the base game, I'm sure I'd be interested in this. On we go. Wizard of Legend 2? I don't remember Wizard of Legend 1. Wasn't it a side-scrolling 3D, 2.5D adventure game? I might be misrecalling that. There were a lot of Wizard of Legend-ish games back when I last cared about them. Co-op, maybe? Magicka is really one of the best Wizard of Legend likes. Or is this a Magicka-like? It looks good though, hand-drawn. Face perilous magical let's wake up here. Face perilous magical trials in the fast-paced roguelite follow-up to the acclaimed original, featuring co-op and vibrant new 3D visuals. Master new arcana and elements, experiment with spell combinations, and become the next Wizard of Legend. Came out on the 12th of June from Dead Mage and Humble Games. They want $23.19 for it. Yeah, I do own the base, or the prequel. Just haven't put the time into it. So it's a 4-player, it's top-down, 3D, isometric, ARPG-ish type thing. Looks like it. Unleash your arcana. Harness the power of familiar and new arcana attacks that tame the land's magical, chaotic forces into the form of fiery projectiles, magical melee strikes, swirling tempests, and more. You know how many ARPGs I have that I want to play? Like the entire Van Helsing trilogy, Titan Quest, which now has a sequel coming up. I still need to put more time into, oh gosh, the name just jumped out of my head. It's from Chair Entertainment, Grim Dawn. There's like two, I finished the base game and enjoyed the heck out of that one. And now there's 2 or 3 expansion packs for it. There's a Warhammer 40k one. And bro, I guess if you have a bunch of friends who are into being wizards, here you go, Harry. You can be one here. All right. The Altars. Okay, so I am going to resubscribe to Game Pass to play this. This has been my most anticipated game since it was announced, really. And I played the demo a few months ago and was immediately sold. I don't really want to spoil anything. I'm sure that watching this will spoil, so you might want to fast forward a couple minutes. This game looks incredible, and I'm stoked. It's just something that actually pushes the boundaries and there's actual creative imagination going on here. Explore an emotional sci-fi game with a unique blend of survival, adventure, and base-building elements. Help Jan Dolsky, the sole survivor of an ill-fated space expedition, create alternative versions of himself to escape a hostile planet and tackle personal turmoils with this unconventional crew. Fresh off the presses today from 11-Bit Studios, self-published. They want only $40.49 for it with a 10% launch discount. There is a deluxe edition, which I think just has the soundtrack in it. No, there's some outfits, and future DLC will be included. Although you might as well just play and then buy the DLC if you really care. Feature list. Okay, look at this. Survival game fans get hostile demanding biomes, constant race against time, life-threatening anomalies, never-ending crisis situations, tough high-stake decisions, pressure from your alternative selves, diverse tools to combat unknown obstacles. Sci-fi narrative lovers will get an emotionally gripping story, a space expedition gone wrong, mysterious rapidium lore, strong characters, all one person, mind-blowing existential questions. I can't wait. Many ways to alter your past life, a branching story with different outcomes. And base building enthusiasts will get a customizable mobile base, module arrangement for peak efficiency, developing outdoor infrastructure, resource mining and management, creating and assigning alters to tasks, a scalable tech research tree, base optimization to counter disasters. Okay, yeah, I feel, again, if you're keen on a new sci-fi experience that takes the base building genre and the crisis genre to a new level, stop watching, fast forward a couple of minutes, just hit double tap right on your device screen now until you get to the next game. The Alters is an ambitious sci-fi game with a unique twist. You play as Jan Dolsky, a lone survivor of a crash-landed expedition on a hostile planet. To survive, you must form a new crew for your mobile base. Using a substance called rapidium, you create alternative versions of Jan, the Alters, each one shaped by a different crucial decision from the protagonist's past. So basically, as you play, it shapes who your clones are, and then you can use your clones and assign them to tasks like you would in Graveyard Keeper. That was a really good game. You do the same thing with zombies, but they're not clones of yourself. There's survival mechanics, branching storylines, a narrative rich with moral dilemmas and branching paths. 11-bit are the folks who did. Am I going to be totally wrong about this? This War of Mine? Is it the same people? I think it is. Or is it the same people who did Frostpunk? I can't remember. It's one or the other. Maybe they're both the same. Whatever. Expand your base. There's exploration and an emotional sci-fi story. I'm stoked. Yeah, so it's. I'm surprised they're not noting it here with the Steam plugin, but it is launching onto Game Pass. So yeah, I'm gonna re-up today. I'll be able to play that Expedition 33 that everybody's raving about, and there's a couple other that have been added. Doom, the Dark Ages, and a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of worth it right now. Take a month of that, a few weekends, play through this and others, and then if I really, really want this, after that very extended demo period, I'll just buy it. Play it on Xbox. All right. Train Valley Origins. All right. A little bit of train railway action for you. What is this, like a puzzler type kind of thing? Production management plus puzzling. These games also teach you programmatic skills. Nice clean UI, a little bit on the mobile side, but it's tight. Not as overwhelming as a lot of those city builders. It looks like you can create your own levels and stuff. The cutest management game about trains. Choo Choo, manage increasingly complex railroad. The rich history of railway transport awaits. From steam engines to futuristic marvels. Explore different eras and countries and witness the evolution of train technology. A bunch of emojis. Came out on the 12th of June from Flasm and Polden Publishing. They want $15.49 for it. Do I have the other? Is there other train games from the same developer? So there's 40 levels in the campaign. Unlock 24 unique locomotives. One more round gameplay, so it's addicting. Back to the roots. Train Valley Origins captures the charm and challenge of the original game while adding exciting new event features and vibrant, elegant graphics. And a level editor. All right. I think I have the prequel, but I don't think I've put enough time in it to care enough to grab this. Plus, I have like 18 train games. A lot of them very high quality that I just don't put the time into. I'm just not autistic enough. Idle Waters, bottom of your screen. All right. Oh, it's one of these things you put on your desktop. And it's a raccoon that fishes while you work. For all you work from home folks who want to be distracted from the actual task, reduce your productivity, and hurt your company and the economy and society as a whole, here's something to distract you from your work. An idle fishing game that waits for you at the bottom of the screen. Catch fish, buy upgrades, complete your collection, and display them in your aquarium. Just don't let your boss see them on the Zoom call. Came out on the 12th of June from Ignita Games, self-published. There is a demo. They want $5.84 for it right now. A fishing game at the bottom of your screen. Yep, there you go. You can resize it, do other tasks, supposedly, explore, grow your collection, display. I'm good. I will never, my job requires way too much focus for me to do anything else. Blight Spire. Okay, boomer shooter with a couple of filters on it. A dither filter and pixel art, but it is actually 3D underneath. And then they've got that filter that makes the 3D art look like pixel art, which I know a lot of purists find horrifying, scarier than the actual game. Blightspire is a fast-paced, wave-based survival shooter. Battle through a cursed graveyard as undead abominations rise in endless waves. With only your reflexes and firepower, survive the darkness in a world where death is never the end. Came out on the 2nd of June from Bubonic Brotherhood. Oh, and the Breda University of Applied Sciences. It's a student game. It's free. Okay. In the plague-stricken 17th century, you're a thief drawn to rumors of treasure buried in a cursed cemetery. Survive relentless waves. You can dodge, dash, and leap through the graveyard. Use your trusty revolver to blast through the twisted remains of humanity. Stay alive and uncover the dark forces fueling the nightmare. Loot the fallen dead, absorb the lingering souls. So I was in a Vancouver Film School's game development program, GD16 represent, and I know how much a student can get done in a few months. I don't care how good you are or how great the access to tools are, how awesome your mentors are. These things are always very limited experiences, but they do demonstrate that you can go from zero to hero in a program like this and with a team of people at your back. Okay, I'll just throw it in there. Maybe I'll remember to try it at some point. Apartment 407. Okay. Little creepy dude sitting there in the corner. And very low effort 3D graphics. It's all right though. It's a sort of a unified aesthetic. You kind of. There's just way too much untextured, lo-fi, low poly work mixed in with a bunch of higher quality assets. It's very kind of weird aesthetic. Maybe that's part of it. It's part of the unsettling vibe. They just did a white box level. Hey, by the way, whenever anyone tells you that their game is in alpha, this is what it should actually look like. These companies not trying to sell you games that are in pre-alpha that look completely finished are just straight up using marketing manipulation tricks to try to fool people and to justify any bugs or issues that their game might have. It's such a cowardly, stupid practice, and any developer that does it, I have zero respect for. Anyways, Apartment 407, a psychological horror game set in a Korean apartment building. Explore eerie occurrences throughout the complex and uncover the truth behind them. Came out on the 27th of May from Jae Hyun Studio, self-published. Nice to see a Korean video game that isn't exploiting the female form. I'm just saying. Is there going to be huge-titted jiggle physics girls jumping at you from the shadows? Came out, it's $3.89. They highly recommend headphones. Takes about 25 to 35 minutes for first-timers. Completionists may finish faster. There is no save system because they couldn't figure out how to do it. Listen, developers, it's not that hard to implement a save system. A save-on-quit system should be your top priority to learn as a solo developer. There's plugins for it now. Just throw it in your engine. Use the WSD keys to move, shift to run, interact with G. Is that a Korean thing? Escape for options, endings, there are too. All right. Creaky, leaky. The game contains intense psychological horror elements, depictions of violence and disturbing imagery. Speaking of which, I finally got around to watching Hereditary last night, and it was cool. It was scary. I just didn't get it. I got to watch a video essay or something, somebody explaining to me what the heck happened there halfway through, because I think the director, Ari Aster, great work, beautifully filmed. The cinematography is insane. Just sort of was trying to misdirect the audience so hard that he misdirected himself off a cliff at the end. I don't know. All right. Anyways, good luck with your Apartment 407. Iron Clash, Arena of Echoes. Here's another unfinished indie game that they just slopped onto Steam for people to play. Great. Wonderful. I like how the splash image here, their promotional graphic, has like a higher fidelity than the actual game, and you can tell it was AI generated because it's yellow as hell. Build the army of your dreams and go to battle. Design your troops, experiment with tactics, and progress through increasingly challenging levels where every victory depends on your wits and strategic thinking. Came out on the 23rd of May from Crispy Head. Wait a minute. Crispy Head Studio. Hold on. These are the shovelware mother lovers that have just been pumping garbage onto the platform, selling it for $1 each, and they think that maybe if they put 100 pieces of trash on the Steam store for $1 each, they'll make $1 at some point. And it's probably true. Somebody's going to throw money at this. Like, there's got to be a bunch of live streamers out there who just think they're going to make their career on playing and reviewing these types of games. You're not. You're wasting your money and time and everybody else's time. Yeah, for one player. No, for 0 players. All right, Zombie Army VR. A little bit of Rebellion. Here's that AAA, AA and a half quality. Sniper. Rebellion is a great company. They do make a lot of really good games. Sniper Elite. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah. I was cracked on that series for the longest time, and then they kind of went a weird direction with the last few, with the invasion mode and everything else. But I think Sniper Elite 3 is Masterclass. Really good. If you like playing those stealth action games like Metal Gear Solid, you'll really get a kick out of playing those. This is wild. VR, again, who's playing VR games in 2025? Only people, if you can put down the VR headset long enough to stop looking at the porn. Come on, that's the only reason people have VR headsets these days, is the extreme loneliness that drives them to want to watch VR pornography. Zombie Hitler may have been defeated, but the zombie hordes are still at large, and Europe remains in the throes of war. Return to the field as part of the Dead Hunters, an elite squad fighting to end the zombie apocalypse. Came out on the 12th of June from Rebellion and Extended Realities. Requires a VR headset. It's got de novo on it, and they want $38.99 for it. Okay, I get it. It's sniper-ish with zombies and VR. And you can see the kill cam in VR. That's probably cool. I will still say, though, that the VR graphics are falling short of what I expected them to be. Like way back 25, 30 years ago when VR first started becoming a thing. Like, none of the games have ever put the reality in virtual reality. Slay alone or with a friend. I'll just slay alone in another game. On a keyboard and mouse with a screen. Okay, here's a kinetic visual novel. I didn't even look at the name because I don't care. These games, I swear. Who are these for? They can't be for women, at least not in the West. I would say lonely men who don't understand that these products come from countries where feminism is decades behind the West. I can't believe people celebrate this like it's mental illness. Kanade, a visual novel about becoming lovers with Kanade, a half human, half alien. Okay, I'm good. Sheep. Speaking of sheep, what is this? Some old school game from the 80s or the early 90s? It's definitely got that aesthetic. You don't see this often in indies. If indies are actually doing this in 2025, that would be kind of incredible. Challenge yourself to make a 2D game that looks like it came out in the early 90s. In this Lemmings, yeah, this is it? It can't be. This has to be old. Am I getting debated here? In this Lemmings-inspired game, your goal is to herd sheep across 28 hazard-filled levels so they can be rescued by their educated alien cousins. You herd 4 breeds of sheep and have to protect them from the evil Mr. Pear. Came out on the 12th of June, 2025 from Mind's Eye Production, but Strategy First is a old-school developer. Or publisher. They want $3.11 for it. Sheep is a puzzle-solving escapade through crazy mazes, starring those most lovable of all creatures, sheep. Unbeknownst to everyone, these seemingly dim-witted animals are actually highly intelligent beings from another planet. Over millions of years, the lush green pastures and the humans' lazy nature have caused them to lose sight of their vastly superior status. Choose from the 4 unlikely heroes, Bo Peep, Adam Halfpint, Motley, or Shep, to help herd the sheep through dangerous perils. Control the fate of 4 different breeds of sheep: pastoral, factoral, long wool, as well as neogenetic, and protect them from Mr. Pear and his evil hench cows. Guide your flock through 7 worlds and 28 levels, including amusement parks and disco clubs. Collect all the golden sheep to gain access to a bonus level in each world. Incredible AS, artificial stupidity, actually simulates the unique folly of sheep. Mind-challenging puzzles combined with mentally challenged sheep provide hours of enjoyment. Oh, it's like a React channel in 2025. This is wild. I gotta know. And it's only $3, but I gotta know. We'll have to come back and do more research on that one. All right, Invention 8. What happened to the first 7? Someone was like, okay, I think I've got enough asset packs, free asset packs from Fab to put together a shooter and slop it onto to Steam. Because, like, what are we looking at here? Generic shooter number 8. Invasion 8 is a continuation of a small indie shooter about the adventures of a group of cyborgs in the world of post-apocalypse and monsters. Came out on the 22nd of April, 2025 from Falco Software. It's free. Several years have passed since the cyborgs from Invasion Corp gained freedom and regained their minds. The game contains 5 levels, different scenery, and a wide variety of monsters. Didn't look like it from the screenshots, but okay. Control the cyborg Marcel and uses firepower and agility to defeat crowds of monsters. Various weapons, a shotgun, grenade launcher, laser, and minigun. Various puzzles, this time not the easiest ones. You'll need attentiveness, memory, and logic. Various levels, ice lake, caves, laboratory, etc. Various monsters and quite tough bosses. And watch out. There's head explosions by headshots and blood. I'm good, bro. Generic shooter number 8. I see nothing appealing about any of this. All right, well, that's it. 17,891 games have been viewed in the queue. You have yourself a fantastic day.